If you're looking to achieve any goal, one of the things that's really important to know and to look at is that the process is the primary target, not actually looking at the scoreboard and the specific goal itself. Recently, I was talking with my sales team, and I actually found that this was a really core key principle that I needed to teach them so they could fully understand how to actually achieve their goals. If you're familiar with the sales team, you know that a big part of a sales team is everybody has their own individual goals, their own individual targets, and you really want to inspire them to be able to achieve that for themselves. But one of the things that was getting them stuck is they were always just thinking about what their goal was, where they were looking to go. Now, that's good to know and visualize where you're looking to go, but you also have to understand that there's a process to get there. And if you just focus on the future and you don't look at the process and the steps you need to take, then you could accidentally take the wrong steps. Or if you're kind of off course and you're not exactly where you want to be, what do you do to make sure that you hit the goal and don't get discouraged? Well, the way to do that is to return the focus on the process, because it's the process that's going to get you there. There's actually a book called With Winning in Mind by Lanny Basham about the mental management system, a process that actually allows you to achieve big goals. And one of the big focuses is on the process instead of the outcome. Now, he actually started off by being one of the worst athletes in his school. He was even voted one of the least likely people to actually make it to the Olympics, but he didn't let that stop him. He ended up finding that he was good at rifle shooting, and he ended up being an Olympic gold medalist in rifle. In one case, he was actually coaching a specific golfer. He was entering one of the biggest golf tournaments that he was about to do in his career, and Lanny was coaching this golfer on that tournament. Now, in a situation like that, it's easy to get nerves and actually let that get to you. But instead, Lanny tells Ben to focus on something else. See if you catch it. And here's what he said. I suggested that instead of setting a goal to win, Ben should goal set to make the process of playing well his primary focus. Process is primary. Ben's job while playing was to think about executing his mental and technical systems and not to think about winning. Scoring is a function of great execution, and winning is the result. But thinking about winning can pull your focus off of proper execution into competition. Thinking about process is the answer. In the fourth tournament of the year at San Diego's Torrey Pines course, Crane found himself just 30 inches from the cup on 18. The crowd knew Ben needed to make the putt for the win, but Crane had no idea. When the ball rolled in, his playing partner offered his hand in congratulations. Ben did not realize he had won until Heather, his wife, ran onto the green. This was proof that a player can cause his mind to think about the process instead of outcome. So you can see that from that quote, Lanny talks about how he was able to train on the process being primary. You want to make sure that you're focusing on executing the process well and not looking at the outcome, because then the natural byproduct is hitting the goal. Just focusing on the goal doesn't guarantee you'll do the process correctly, but doing the process correctly, while it doesn't guarantee you'll achieve your goal, it'll give you the best shot at actually achieving that goal, because you're making sure that each individual component is going your way and you're able to execute it at your best. And when you do that, you're also not going to have any regrets, because you're not going to leave anything on the table. You're not going to say, oh, I didn't do my best, because you focused on doing your best in the process. And so this is something that I told my sales team, and I really encourage them to focus on that process. And what I've seen is the results when I remind them to do that actually go up. It's the same thing with myself. It's really interesting. When I'm on a sales call, instead of focusing on the outcome or the potential sale, what I focus on instead is the process. Really seeing what their problems are, their challenges, what is going wrong, what their goals are, where they're looking to go, and then establishing that gap between where they are right now and where they're looking to go. And then from there, what I can do is walk through the process of our process, right? Which is kind of funny, because we can then map out exactly how we support them step by step, following the process. Really establishing these things and focusing on the process of a consultative sales call instead of looking at the outcome. As long as I'm executing the process the right way, then I know I'm putting in all the steps to get where I'm looking to go. So ask yourself, what's that big goal you're looking to achieve? How can you break that down to the individual pieces of the process that you want to do to make sure that that goal happens and is possible? Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, I talk about all kinds of marketing, mindset, ways to grow your business, and the latest AI as well from time to time. And if you want to learn all of those things and more, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next video.